absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. I got you, pump. Tight end line. Hey, go.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10, down at the 33. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on second and 14. Taylor, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing this. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking. That line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Going deep now for Herndon. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Throw complete to Herndon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Tannehill. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Ryan Tannehill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll... carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Shelton Gibson. Incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor now throwing again. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On 1st down, Richard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Keep playing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Dalton to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. Dalton. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Taylor. Able to find Walter. That's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Taylor will throw. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Dalton. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Dalton.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. So Dalton now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
He's checking.
Here's Taylor to throw. That one caught by Gibson.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check Mike 57.
Now Taylor. Flushed it. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man.
And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Taylor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On third down, Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Well, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on second down. Taylor. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on third down. He's going to loft one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now Dalton. Nowhere to escape. goes down. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, Jacobs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that score.
And the Raiders have got him. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Dalton. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.